Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at the creepiest unexplained things people have seen. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. I used to live on a farm and one morning there was a full horse leg on our driveway. Like still had part of the hip attached and was fresh. We sprinted down to our horse paddock to find all our horses completely fine. We disposed of the leg and never got an explanation. Very creepy. What? Oh my gosh! Ah! Which horse is missing their leg? Now I'm just concerned for the horse, like, oh no, the horse is dead. What monster did this to the horse? My dad, brother and I went to a movie theater one day in Florida. It was around 4-ish, so it was getting dark but still light out. We went up to the front where you buy tickets, and when we looked around, there was absolutely no one in the movie theater at all. No employees, no other guests. We simply walked in, looking all around to find anyone we could to purchase a movie ticket. But we could find no one else. All the movies in each of the theaters we checked were running, but with no one inside. So we just sat down and watched a movie, then left without seeing anyone else the whole time. It was very surreal. That's very creepy, honestly. Oh my gosh. It's creepy, but at the same time I feel like it would be fun if it was at night and you were watching a horror movie. That would be fun, like scary but fun, right? When I was young, me and my cousins found a bloody shirt in our woods. My cousins and their parents hunted, so we thought maybe it was from that. But then we found a Ziploc bag with shoes and shorts. All had to be from an extremely petite woman or an older kid. When we told our uncle about it, we got punished and weren't allowed to talk about it. I don't speak to them anymore, but really makes you wonder. What? The uncle? Sus. If I was young and this happened, I'd be like, oh, okay, I guess. But growing up and then remembering this, I'll be like, hold on. I think I got something, you know? Like, sus. Now it makes you wonder if there was like anyone missing during that time, and what if it was that person? 911, my uncle. Just kidding, but seriously, that's sus. Why would that uncle punish them? Like, wouldn't he be like, oh, we should probably call the police then? No. He was like, don't ever talk about it ever again. Why? What's going on? At least explain it. Or maybe the uncle didn't want them to get murdered. You know how in movies, they're like, if someone knows about something, then they die next. Maybe it was that. Maybe. It was 1984. I was 15 years old and was alone at my older sister's house. It was late morning. I had just got out of the shower, still wrapped in a towel, when I heard a noise outside. I looked out a window and watched a complete stranger tying the doorknob of the main entrance to the railing of the deck with a rope I used to walk the dog with. He then leaned a mop that was on the deck against the door. I called my sister, told her what happened, got dressed, and got the heck out of the house through a different door and hid in the bushes until police arrived. The house was somewhat remote with no close neighbors. Found out later the door he tied up was unlocked. No clue how long he had been lurking around before I knew of his presence. To this day, we have no idea who that was and what his motives were. Beyond creepy, definitely unexplained. What the heck? Wait, he tied a rope to the doorknob from the outside? That just means he wasn't trying to open the door, but to try to keep someone inside. Because if you're going to be tying a rope to the doorknob outside, it's going to be pulling this way. And normally when you open doors, you'd open it from the inside. So he was trying to keep the door shut. Oh, so he was trying to trap her in there. Like, he probably knew who she was. You know those stalkers where they'd pay attention to houses and know like the whole family already because they've been spying on them for like 3 months, and then they're just waiting for like the right opportunity to do something. This is that opportunity he got, I think. But thank gosh she's safe. But I feel like that's what he wanted to do. I don't know, man. I'm being a detective, okay? And this is what he did. While this can be explained, the image still creeps me out to this day. It was around the time of planking craze. I had no idea what it was and hadn't heard anything about it. Got a taxi into town and was walking around the city centre, and life was normal. I then take a turn into the town square, and there was around 200 people planking everywhere on everything. I don't know what was going on. I thought there may have been gunshots or a bomb, or maybe the world was ending. I then asked someone next to me and they explained it and we laughed it off. But for that brief moment of time, I'll never forget that uneasy feeling. What, 200 people just planking on everything, anywhere? Okay, that is creepy. That image is creepy. It's like everyone's dead, right? That's crazy though. I totally forgot about planking. A man with a freshly exposed bone on his arm and missing a substantial amount of skin and muscle walked up to me in a parking lot, asking me calmly for cigarettes. It really freaked me out and told him I was calling 911 for him. He immediately ran off and I gave his description to 911. There wasn't much blood, but the guy clearly needed immediate medical attention. What? Why would he run off? Oh my gosh, now it kind of makes me concerned for him. Like, one question is, how has he not gotten an infection? Like, his bone is exposed? That much flesh is missing? And he has no infection? His immune system just be like, pop, 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 you know, strong immune system. When I was about 8, my parents, my brother and me were hiking somewhere in Austria when we came across the ruins of a medieval castle on a hilltop. A sign said there was a cafe near the ruins, so we went up. The cafe was deserted. All the tables and chairs were toppled, and next to the building stood a brand new big Mercedes with a lot of bullet holes in the trunk and the rear window. The car was heavily armoured. The rear window was so thick that the bullets hadn't even penetrated it. We turned around on the spot and got out of there as fast as we could. Back in the hotel, my dad reported it to the police, but they dismissed it. Never knew what came of it. Wait, a brand new big Mercedes? Just in the middle of nowhere with bullet holes? I would have gotten out of there fast too, because I don't want no bullets near me. I once saw a dog walk on 2 legs across the street. Scared the piss out of me. Just 2 legs, like hopping. Jeez. Crossing at a busy intersection and seeing my perfect double walk towards me. We basically eyes locked until we passed each other. Even more disturbing, instead of stopping and chatting and being amused by the entire biological coincidence, my immediate subconscious reaction was a massive rising internal rage that someone somehow had stolen my face. Very, very weird. That's creepy ass. I mean, you do hear that you have 7 lookalikes. Maybe they just ran across one at that moment. Like, what a coincidence. That's scary though. If I saw someone that looked like me, I'll be a bit confused, honestly. Stopped to gas up at some rundown gas station that was also a truck stop in Mississippi. Went to the bathroom, and as I'm standing at the urinal, I had the strangest feeling that something was off. The strange feeling overwhelmed the entire left side of my body. I don't claim to be supernatural or have any weird feelings or premonitions, and I have never experienced that feeling before that day or since. Anyways, I get up on my tippy toes to look to my left where the stores were located. There was this deranged looking white guy with nasty and greasy ass hair and a scowl on his face staring directly at me. The most typical looking psycho killer you could imagine. He had to have been standing on the toilet because I could see his whole face and the upper part of his shoulders. Immediately zipped up and got out of there. Didn't even wash my hands. That guy was just standing on the toilet in the stalls. Okay, that's definitely creepy. I'm so glad they got out of there because that is some suspicious behavior. And you should always trust your gut feeling. Like, your brain is telling you something. Trust it, okay? If you don't have that feeling normally, trust it. It's your body telling you something. My high school girlfriend and her family all talked about the ghost in their house and always said it sounded like a man wearing boots walking down the hallway. We were all very close, and one day when they went home, I just walked in and went to my girlfriend's room and laid on her bed while I waited for them to get back. A man in boots walked slowly right down the hall and right past the door to girlfriend's room where I was laying. I did the next logical thing and just climbed out of her bedroom window. They showed up a few minutes later and asked why I was just standing around in the front yard and why I hadn't just gone in. I told them that I heard the ghost and climbed out of the window to escape. They laughed their freaking heads off. Broad daylight, totally creepy and very unexplained. What if it was a prank? What if they planned all that just to get him? It sounds like that's what they did though, right? Because it sounds so like planned out, kinda. I don't know. That is creepy though. If it wasn't planned, that's totally creepy. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!